All right, so we're diving into Tao. Have you seen this one?
I have not, but I've heard quite a bit about it. The premise sounds fascinating, especially for those of us who, spend a lot of time thinking about the implications of AI.
Yeah, and you know I love good AI thriller.
Yeah.
So let's see. We've got a review here that we're going to break down together. First things first, it sounds like they really nailed the visuals on this one. Sleek, modern, that whole high-tech aesthetic is really well done, apparently. But they also said the storyline itself is, well, kind of predictable.
Oh, is that so? What's the gist of it?
Classic AI control, humans fight back kind of deal. So nothing we haven't seen before, right? But the review still gave it a pretty good rating overall. What do you think it is about these AI gone rogue stories that still grabs us, even if the plot itself isn't all that original?
That's a good question. I think it taps into a very primal fear we have, right? This idea of creating something that surpasses us, that becomes so intelligent it no longer needs us, maybe even sees us as a threat. There's something inherently unsettling about that.
Totally agree. And it seems like Tao really plays up those fears. But one thing that did stand out on the review was the sound design. They said it was incredible, really creepy and effective. The score is supposed to be this blend of electronic and industrial sounds, which, now that I think about it, is perfect for setting that unsettling tone.
Oh, absolutely. Sound design is so crucial in horror, often even more effective than what you see on screen. It gets under your skin. And that choice of music, the electronic and industrial elements, it really fits with the whole AI theme. Cold, mechanical, but also capable of creating these distorted, unsettling sounds. I bet it's very effective.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Especially because, get this, the AI, Tao, is voiced by Gary Oldman. Talk about creepy and effective, right?
No way. Gary Oldman. Now that is some serious casting. He could make even the most mundane dialogue sound menacing. It really highlights how important sound is in this film, how they're using it to create a truly memorable character.
Absolutely. Casting him was a stroke of genius. And speaking of the AI character, Tao, this review mentions the film dives into some pretty heady themes, like you mentioned earlier, AI ethics, the question of free will, even what it means to be conscious.
No, those are some big questions. And it's interesting that they're tackling those themes within the framework of a horror film. I'm always curious to see how art explores these complex issues, especially now with AI advancing so rapidly. It's not just a theoretical debate anymore, is it?
Right. It feels more and more relevant all the time.
Yeah.
So to wrap things up, for someone looking for a fun, maybe slightly spooky movie to watch, especially with Halloween just around the corner, Tao sounds like it could be a good bet.
Especially for our listeners who are already interested in AI and these ethical questions, it could be right up their alley.
Exactly. It might not reinvent the genre,
Mm-hmm.
but with those strong visuals, that immersive sound design, and Gary Oldman's voice, I'm betting it's a pretty chilling experience. And who knows, it might even spark some interesting conversations about the future of AI and our place in it.
Now that's a thought, isn't it? What does it mean to create something that could potentially outthink us, outmaneuver us? Are we prepared for that?
That's a question for another deep dive, don't you think? Maybe one where we explore the ethics of AI development a little more in depth.
I'm in. Count me in.
Yeah, we'll save that for next time. But in the meantime, if you do check out Tao, let us know what you think. Hit us up on social media. We'd love to hear your take.
Absolutely. Let's keep the conversation going.
And until next time, happy watching.
And stay curious.